Good morning, friends. This practice is going to be an introduction to how I meditate in the morning. There are many different ways to meditate. This isn't normally how I guide meditation on my Monday practice. My free Mondays is more of a mindfulness-based practice. Of course, this is mindful. All meditation is mindfulness. But my daily practice, I incorporate pranayama, breathing practices, mantra to help to settle and clear my mind. And then I sit in the stillness. So I'm going to teach it to you. I'm going to lead you through the practice. And then we'll practice together. Once you learn this practice, of course, you could skip through to the actual practice if you want to practice along with me, or of course, you can practice on your own. So the first thing that's important, of course, is to find a comfortable seat. And I do this seated. Of course, if you're not feeling well, you could do it lying down, but I'm not going to go over that today. I just want to focus on seated meditation. Feel free to sit in a chair if that's how you're comfortable. You could sit in Sukhasana, the cross-legged position. I like to sit up on a block. So let me just adjust this here so you can see my feet. I'm going to place a yoga block in between my legs, and that's right where my bottom is going to be. So bringing my sitting bones down to that. And then for added support, I'm going to put a blanket on top. And that's just really nice way for me to sit. It allows me to sit up tall, maintaining the natural curve of my lower back, not rounding into it, right? We want to sit tall and lifted and be able to breathe through the chest. So I'm going to turn back around to face you and I'll readjust my camera. Now, secondly, I've just finished my yoga practice. So I've already moved my body, moved the stiffness out. I'm able to relax comfortably. If you haven't done a yoga practice, if you don't do yoga, that's fine. Maybe you take a walk, maybe you stretch, maybe you do whatever you need to do to get the wiggles out to make your body feel at ease. And then I like to use a mudra. I like to use this mudra where you place the right hand on top of the left. You're going to bend at the knuckles here, resting. Once you have right on left, you're going to slide the hands out, take the backs of the fingers together, touch the thumbs, and then rest the backs of your hands in your lap. And so if you know Jnana Mudra, where you touch the thumb to the index fingers, it's like that. You could place the palms up, except that you're going to slide that right hand over the left until the backs of the index fingers meet. And in this way, it draws your awareness up towards the third eye center, towards the forehead. And you might just practice with that and notice if that's comfortable for you. This is my go-to meditation mudra. I like to use this one. If you have another one that you like, certainly you can do that. Relaxing the shoulders back and down. And as I said, I normally do this after I've done my yoga practice. I've already been in Shavasana. I've been relaxed. And how I end my Shavasana practice is with Savitri Pranayama. This is the rhythmic breath. And I tend to do a 6-3 rhythm. You could do an 8-4 rhythm. You could do a 4-2 rhythm, whatever is appropriate for you. And I teach that in a separate video. So I'm not going to teach that today, how to do it. But generally, I'm going to slow my breath down, me breathing in for a 6 count. I'm going to hold the breath for 3 seconds, 3 counts, approximately a second. And then I'm going to breathe out for 6 counts. And hold the breath out for 3 counts. Now, I can't really do that correctly when I'm talking. That's why I'm going to talk you through this, and then we'll actually practice it together with less talking. So typically, I've already done several rounds of that Savitri Pranayama in Shavasana. And then I come up to seated and I practice at least 3 more rounds. We like things in threes here. So maybe you do 3 rounds, 6 rounds until it feels smooth and even without you having to think about it. And then I'm going to slow my breath down even more. I'm going to lengthen my exhalation by bringing in Om Pranava. So I'm going to inhale for 6 counts. And I'm going to exhale out with the Om Pranava, saying each syllable of it for about 4 seconds. So it's going to be just letting it fade out. So that's about a 12-second exhalation. I'm breathing in now for 6 and I'm breathing out for 12. And don't worry about the pauses here. You can kind of let go of the pauses in between the breath. You're just going to breathe in for a 6 count. And then exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. And let it go. Now, what is that going to do? We're lengthening that exhalation. It's going to slow the breath down even more. It's going to bring us into more of a relaxed state. It's going to calm the mind. The Om Pranava in and of itself, that vibration is going to bring a sense of calm to the mind. After I finish that and I do 3 rounds, then I come into mantra. Now, I'm not going to teach you all the mantras I do because some of them are specific to the Gitananda tradition. I do the ones that work for me and that honor the guru lineage that I study with. So they may not be appropriate for you unless you want to study that. However, I always end with the Om Shivoham, Shivoham, Soham, Satchitananda Swaroopoham. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. I think I'll sing a slightly higher register. So I'll share that one with you today. And I'm going to leave the translation of that in the comments so I don't take too much time. But I'll share that translation with you and feel free to message me with questions. That's a really nice one, an easy one to learn if you like it. If you use other mantras in your practice that you know, feel free to use them. If you don't, if you're not into mantra, this isn't your thing, other things you could do here in this part of the meditation. We've done that Om Pranava, set an intention. Maybe you come to meditation today with a specific thing in mind that is on your mind. Maybe you are meditating for health or peace or calm or whatever, clarity, whatever it is. You could set an intention here. You could also say a prayer. If prayer is more of your way of practicing, say a prayer. Put that prayer out there into the universe, into the space. You can say it out loud or you could say it silently to yourself. You could also just say the words Soham with your breath, breathing in So and breathing out Hum. This part, again, this mantra continues to focus our mind. If you're setting an intention or saying a prayer, you're focusing your mind on what that thing is. So this is the next part of my practice. I'll do the Om Shivoham mantra. And again, I repeat it 3 times. So it goes like this. Om Shivoham, Shivoham, Soham, Satchitananda Swaroopoham, Shivoham, 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 Soham, Satchitananda Swaroopoham, Shivoham, 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 Soham, Satchitananda Swaroopoham, Shivoham, 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 Soham. finding that silent pause, resting there. And then I'm going to come back to that 6 count breath, but I'm going to bring my awareness to the third eye center. And I add pranakriya here. As I inhale, I'm going to take my awareness with my eyes closed. If you don't want to close your eyes, that's fine. You could rest the gaze downward. But I'm going to breathe in and take my gaze, my inner gaze, to a point just in front of the forehead. So kind of resting it externally. And then as I exhale for that 6 count, I'm going to draw my awareness back in to this velvety darkness within the mind. As I inhale again, I'm going to draw my awareness out to an imaginary point in front of the forehead. And as I exhale, I'm going to draw my awareness back in to the inner stillness of the mind. And again, I'm going to do that now for as many times as it takes, depending on how long you're going to sit in meditation. You can set a timer if you have to end at a certain point, but I often will just continue this practice until I naturally settle into that inner stillness in the mind. And then you let go of the pranakriya, you just rest awareness there and sit for as long as you like, until you need to end your meditation. And once you're at that point where just naturally you're resting in the quiet and the darkness of the mind, your breath will settle. Don't worry, you let go of the pranayama, let go of trying to control the breath. You're just relaxing. You're not thinking about the breath. You're not thinking at all. You're just letting yourself be. And of course, thoughts may come and go, but you're not getting attached to anything. You're just resting in that stillness until you're ready to end your meditation. So let's put all of that together now, and we'll do a short practice together. So I'm going to rest my hands in the mudra. Relax the shoulders back and down. Take a few breaths to settle in. Notice your body. Make sure that you are comfortable in whatever position you've chosen. Take a moment to become aware of your breath. Let your breath bring you into presence. See if you can find some evenness between your inhalation and your exhalation. Your breath may not be at a 6 count. I'm going to use that as an example. It's a really nice rhythm to strive towards. But if you're working with a 4 count breath for now, you'll breathe in for 4 counts and hold it for 2, and breathe out for 4 and hold it for 2. So exhaling all the breath out as you're ready. And then breathing in. Pause and hold. Breathe out. Pause and hold the breath out. 2 more times. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Breathe out. Adding the Om Pranava, breathing in.
Setting an intention, saying a prayer or a mantra. Om Shivoham, Shivoham, Soham, Satchitananda Swaroopoham, Shivoham, 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 Soham, Satchitananda Swaroopoham, Shivoham, 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 Soham, Satchitananda Swaroopoham, Shivoham, 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 Soham. Coming back to Savitri Pranayama, adding the prana kriya, breathing in, bringing awareness out in front of the forehead, breathing out, drawing awareness back inside the cave of the mind. Continuing on your own. At some point, when it feels natural to do so, just letting your awareness rest inside the mind.
as long as you like. Letting go of any need to control the breath. Letting go of everything that arises in your awareness and letting it pass away. Find your mind drifting away into thought or story or sleep. You can always bring it back to the breath. Of course, you can stay here and practice as long as you like. When you're ready to coming out slowly, you might wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, starting to become aware of your body again, just feeling embodied, no sudden movements. Maybe you lift and drop your shoulders or roll them back. Move the head a little bit, or even stretch. Moving into the space around you. Resting the hands on the heart for just a moment. Breathing into the hands, breathing into the heart. Bowing the mind to the heart. Honor yourself for taking this time to practice. Perhaps allowing a sense of gratitude to arise in the heart. Taking this into your day. May it be blessed. May it be peaceful.
May you be free from suffering. May your meditation practice serve you well. Thank you.